Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for tuning into The Scoop. I'm your host, Frank Chaparro, Director of Special Projects at The Block, and we're very excited to have on the other side of the mic with us again. I think this is your third time on the program. The founder of Tron, Justin Sun, just achieved a interesting, significant legal battle in court against the media group that apparently or allegedly published false and some defamatory content about you. So this is a great victory for you to move forward. Walk us through this moment. What does this mean for you? A brief overview of the case, and how does this benefit sort of the Tron community writ large?
Yes, definitely. So I believe fake news has been widely spread in crypto space. Not like every media in our space has the credibility. I'm here in the crypto space since 2012. All those fake news have been around for quite a long time, for 12 years now. But of course, I think today we already have lots of credible media, right? Like CoinDesk, The Block, right? So we have lots of legit media source, but still we might see fake news come around sometimes. I think the reason is because not everybody in the crypto space has legit news source. And lots of people try to spread the fake news, some of them by getting profit on the crypto trading markets, and some of them probably just for the traffic. But still, I think there's lots of fake news over there. And of course, I was one of the target for the fake news, right? They spread all kinds of rumors about me. I think probably those medias is just here for the traffic or for the profit. But we are here for the long-term build. So that's why I think we need to get 2 years, right, to win through the trial, to prove everything is false. But after 2 years, probably nobody cares, right? Most of the people they only see the news at that time, in the headline, and then right, everybody is gone. Even the fake news, the people who spread the fake news is gone as well. But since we are here for the long term building for the industry, so I think we are still needs to hold everyone who spread the fake news accountable for what they are doing. So that's why, right, eventually we are suing one of the Chongqing Economic Times, right, which is mainly is the group spreading Verge articles news about me in China. So we are suing them in Chongqing, which is where they are. So in the Chinese court for the last 2 years, actually. So it has been quite a long time. We spent lots of money on those lawsuits, and the People's Court of China has completed a detailed investigation with all the rumors, allegations in the court. I think for quite a long time. The whole process take 2 years for us to finish all the court debates, to examine everything. But eventually, I think we got a good news. We finally win in the court, and the People's Court of China has ruled that the defendant, which is the medias, they use completely false information to slander me. And also, right, if anyone today is still using Verge article as a source, then this is factually mistake, right?
Yeah. Well, it dates back to 2022, right? And the article had a whole host of different types of accusations, including you being involved in insider trading, that you fled. Did you ever flee?
No, not at all.
So there was no fleeing,
No.
And also that there was fraud and money laundering. Where do you think these types of things come from? And is there any truth at all? It seems like, based on the court outcome, that it was very much fabricated.
Exactly, it's all fabricated. Right, so the rumors comes from I basically escape from China first, right? And then, flee to US, and then like US go after me something, and then I flee to Malta or something, or like St. Kitts, Grenada, like Singapore, like all the rumors are false, right? So that's why we're also suing the medias in China first, right? To prove like everything in the media, come from like original, like from China, are all false. We will try our best, of course, I think, to hold the people accountable for it and get justice for not only me, but also for the whole industry.
What do you think were some of the key arguments or pieces of advice that you believe swayed the court in your favor? How did you lay out that argument to the court?
I think the court, of course, I think do a very extensive, debate, right? And also exam of the fact, right? And I think actually lots of people like underestimated the victory we have here in the court. One of the biggest reason, right? Because lots of the stories comes from like the fraud people always spread on Chinese crypto policies, right? So because people used to like talk about like all the crypto Mongols, right, entrepreneurs in China are illegal, right, operating crypto business in China, right? They won't get any justice in China at all, right? Chinese government is overall is basically against crypto, right? If you're suing like anyone in China, if you want to rule in favor of crypto, that's impossible, right? We have all these kind of the stereotype, I think, in the past. So, and I mean, based on this stereotype and background, lots of people, I think, is thinking about like the Chinese crypto entrepreneur are not like protected by the law at all, right? So we can spread like as much as rumor as we want. If they sue like anyone in the court, like the court won't take it seriously. So that's why I think the victory we have in court also, I think, prove like one of the key point I always make, right, when talk to the media. I think the Chinese like crypto policy is similar to United States, right? Of course, there is some like regulators are very conservative about like cryptocurrency or cryptocurrency policies. But I think in overall speaking, I think the government itself, the court itself, doesn't have any discriminate or right anti-crypto like policy at all. To get a ruling in the court take quite a long time, but eventually we can get there, right?
Do you think that this minor victory in Chinese courts could translate into wins that'll benefit you outside of the mainland?
Yes, of course. Because I live in the mainland China all the time, right? So basically, I will say like mainland China is basically my home base. So that's why I think the mainland China like little battlefield like win is very important, right? Because lots of the rumors, they spread is based on the misunderstanding of the mainland China like legal like policy interpretation.
With this hurdle maybe behind you, what are your immediate plans moving forward? How do we expect this to maybe free up your time to focus on some other things, or maybe give you some bows in your quiver to take on other cases?
I think this is a big win for not only for me, but for the industry itself, because cryptocurrency has long been like in China to see as a gray area or someplace people never even think about it's going to be in favor of the court. But I think we prove it. And also prove like the people's court in China is also like always in favor of the facts. They are not like going to believe like fake news, like online like spread, try to undermine the legitimacy of the crypto. So I think that's the first big win. Of course, I think the main focus myself is still focused to building crypto infrastructure. But of course, I think winning the legal battlefield is also very important in our industry, because I think this is really like lay out a foundation for lots of like crypto infrastructure. For example, like I think Grayscale like winning the SEC case. After that, SEC approved like Bitcoin ETF, and then like further moving on like ETH, like ETF. I think we have confidence in the core the judge will make a good decision too.
Let's take just a few minutes before we let you go to talk about the market. Do you have confidence in the strength of the market? It feels like we were in a bull market and now things seem a little bit less certain. Maybe that's just because our election here in the United States is taking up so much of the mind share of the conversation these days. Are things looking strong from your perspective?
Yes, I think the market itself is looking strong. I mean, even though recently we see some decline of the cryptocurrency price, but I think it's because in the early this year, it's grown too much, right? So I think that's why market goes ups and downs all the time. But right now, I think cryptocurrency itself, I think is looking great. In all perspective, right? For example, in the U.S. election, I think Donald Trump is winning the case. I think everybody knows, Republicans are more friendly to crypto rather than Democrats. So that's why I think in the next 4 years, I think probably crypto gonna have a very good regulatory perspective, right? And also we have seen China, Hong Kong, all the policy change, even the case what I have today, it's also look optimistic, right? Hong Kong started giving license to crypto operators, right, in Hong Kong. It's also one of the place, to prove the policies in mainland China. I'm also winning the crypto lawsuits in China as well. Also, I think because I'm a quite famous person in China, right? So everybody sees me as one of the key figures in China in terms of crypto, right? So I did believe the court, when they make some ruling on my defamation case, they will have some of the pressure, right? Because if they ruling in favor of me, which gave a signal to the crypto markets, what's the Chinese policies.
Yeah, it's interesting. I guess what you're saying is that any win, small, medium, whatever, kind of signals to people in China because of your position there about the direction the country's going in terms of crypto.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
What are you looking forward to over the next 6 to 12 months?
I'm bullish in the next 6-12 months. ETF of Ethereum is coming. And also, I think the US election will bring lots of new traffic in our space, because I think both Trump and Biden is compete in the crypto space, right? Try to make everybody knows they are in favor of crypto. Please vote for them, right? So I think that's a good signal too. And also I think in China, Hong Kong, all the major countries in the world, I think start to be more friendly, at least compared to 3 years ago. So that's why I think it's lay out a very good foundation for the crypto space. For myself, I think I will spend most of the time to build, right? To even further building our industry. I think we will be definitely much more stronger in the next 6-12 months.
Sounds good. We shall see. Well, thanks so much for taking the time and joining us.
Yes, thank you.
We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, talk soon.